Good evening and welcome into your local election headquarters. I'm Christy Casciano. Jeff is off tonight. It's primary night. Votes have been counted across the region, and tonight we're keeping track of 4 key races. Not only Central New York, but the nation is keeping eyes on the 22nd Congressional District. On the ballot, DeWitt Town Councilor Cle Hood and State Senator John Mannion. NewsChannel 9's Andrew Donovan and Jeremy Skiba are at each of the candidates' campaign parties where results have just come down. Democrat John Manion has just been declared the winner over Cle Hood. This means Manion will now go on to face Republican Congressman Brandon Williams in November. Before we check on the candidates, let's get a good look at those results. Manion coming out on top with a substantial lead over Cle Hood. The state senator just declaring victory. Andrew Donovan is leading off our team coverage tonight from the Emerald Cocktail Kitchen in Syracuse. Andrew, I imagine an upbeat atmosphere there at Mannion's campaign party tonight.
And I'm with the upbeat candidate, the projected winner of the Democratic primary, State Senator John Mannion. How you feeling?
I feel good, Andrew. You know, I had a coach tell me one time we don't celebrate at halftime. So this is a part of the process. I've got great supporters, great family, and, you know, I feel good. It's good to get through this, and I thank the voters of this district to have faith in me in going forward in the election in November.
You just wrapped up a victory speech here at the podium behind us. We're on the rooftop of Emerald Cocktail Kitchen over Tipperary Hill. You've got your green on top tie on. I should have counted, but I lost track of the times you said the word positivity or positive. Do you feel that your opponent in the primary wasn't positive, or do you feel that Brandon Williams, as the general candidate, your opponent won't be positive?
I think you know what I'm going to say because we've talked about this before. You know, I'm only in control of myself. And therefore, I know that I was a role model in a classroom. Sometimes it was, you know, just maybe a little more than a dozen kids in a class. Sometimes it was 32 kids in a class. But I knew that I had to be a role model for them, you know. And teaching is very demanding. It's also gratifying. So, again, I left the classroom, a job that I loved, because as an outsider, as somebody who looked into the political world, I said, like most people, I think, that are out there, it doesn't have to be this way. We don't have to be this way. And I use the word courage because it takes courage not to do it. And it's not just simple forces. It is fighting the internal forces. It is fighting the campaign firms that you work with to go like, we don't need to do this. This isn't who I am. And honestly, in Central New York and the Mohawk Valley, I don't think that plays well. And I don't think it plays well coming out of me. So if I try to take a shot at somebody, it's uncharacteristic, so I just try to stay positive. I control myself, and I hope and believe that other elected officials and candidates do the same.
What happens next? How do you transition from a primary-style campaign to a general election?
We're not going to change a thing, honestly. You know, we've been running all along to win this election. If people look at my voting record, if they look at what I've accomplished in the state, if they look at my background, you know, the 2018 election where I first ran and the 2024 election that I ran, I think there's a lot of consistency there. I'm more experienced. I have a better understanding of how government works, and I work along those ways. But again, our focus is on representing the people of the 22nd District and being a good reflection of them. And you can't be a good reflection of them if you're two different people.
Do you feel the pressure of the nation knowing that your seat could do you feel the pressure knowing your victory or not could decide the control of the House of Representatives? Republicans want to keep the seat. Democrats want to flip it.
Sure. I'm battle tested. You know, I've run in close elections, and the comfort that I have in running is from the strength that I get from my family and my friends, but also my supporters. I've had supporters who've been with me all along. So I just stay true to myself, and I've been through challenges. We've all been through challenges in life. If you haven't, it's coming. So some of those things have really galvanized my strength, and I use that strength and my supporters to make sure that challenges are coming. There's lots of up and downs in elections. You can't get too high or too low, and the only way that that is really going to happen with a candidate or an elected official is experiencing those ups and downs.
One of the first to project your victory is your general election opponent, Brandon Williams, and he's already put on Twitter, or X, whatever it's called these days, about a bunch of attacks on you, calling you far left, siding with far left radicals, Albany insider. What do you say to those criticisms, even before you have even taken in this win?
I'll say two quick things. Number one, I was a teacher for 30 years, and I got thousands of kids out there who trust me and who believe in me and understand me. And number two, it's that type of politicking that simply does not work in Central New York and the Mohawk Valley almost better than anywhere else in this country, because we're hardy people. There's a kindness to us. We have a sense of humor. We expect a lot from our elected officials. We want them to deliver for us, but we also we hold them to a higher standard. I watched that my entire life growing up, and by and large, the people that were around for a long time did exactly that.
All right, State Senator John Mannion.
Thank you so much,
now the Democratic nominee for the congressional race. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
congratulations. So that's obviously declaring victory here, and the AP is projecting the results. We also heard a concession a short time ago from his Democratic opponent, Cle Hood. News Channel 9's Jeremy Skiba is live in the Westcott area of Syracuse, where Cle Hood's campaign gathered tonight. Jeremy, what can you tell us from there?
Andrew, thank you. Yes, Cle Hood, her road comes to an end here tonight at Moon Gens in the Westcott neighborhood. It will be John Mannion that will be going up against Brandon Williams in November of 2024. Cle Hood kept her concession speech short and sweet. She had one primary message to all of her voters: to continue to keep supporting the Democratic Party.
It's imperative that we all are in this big blue tent of the Democratic Party. And if we truly want to see change, we have to make sure that we rally in November to beat Brandon Williams. New York is NY22 specifically is the best toss-up nationally to win back the House. Winning back the House means that our daughters will get their rights back, means that families will get the services, the programs that they need to thrive, that our communities will begin to be elevated. There is so much hope and potential in flipping back NY22 that we simply must come together.
At the time of her concession speech, John Mannion had 61% of the vote, and Cle Hood said she is open to working with State Senator John Mannion moving forward to make sure that the Democrats win that seat in November. Live in Syracuse, Jeremy Skiba, News Channel 9.
Jeremy and Andrew, thank you for your coverage tonight.